Welcome to the Blues Report. Hello and a massive welcome to all our loyal viewers here at the Blues Report. It is a massive pleasure to have you with us as we dive into a whirlwind of Chelsea news that has the bridge absolutely buzzing. We've got injury boosts, tactical dilemmas, and some spicy transfer rumours from across London to unpack. Grab your scarves, settle in, and let's get into the heart of the action as we gear up for a season-defining weekend. The midfield reinforcement, Dario Essugo, returns. In what can only be described as a massive shot in the arm for Rosenior, Chelsea have officially been handed a major injury boost. Our £18 million midfield star, Dario Assugo, has finally returned to full first-team training at Cobham. After a nightmare debut season plagued by thigh surgery and a series of freak setbacks, the 20-year-old Portuguese powerhouse was spotted back on the grass this week. This couldn't have come at a more critical time. With the high-stakes London derby against Arsenal looming this Sunday, having a fresh, combative presence like Assugo available gives Rosenior a tactical get-out-of-jail-free card. While he hasn't logged competitive minutes for the senior side yet this season, his physical profile is exactly what we need to disrupt the Gunners' rhythm. My analysis: it's vital not to rush him, but let's be real, the pressure is on. Do you think Rosenior should risk throwing Assugo straight into the fire against Arsenal, or is he better used as a closer in the final 20 minutes? The Burnley blunder and the race for top four. The mood at the bridge took a hit this past weekend, and honestly, it's still a bit sore. We watched Rosenior's side drop two absolutely costly points in a frustrating 1-1 draw against a struggling Burnley side. João Pedro gave us the dream start, but that late stoppage-time header from Zian Fleming felt like a dagger to the heart of our Champions League ambitions. With Liverpool and Manchester United picking up wins, the margin for error has vanished. We are currently in a dogfight for that fourth spot. The lack of discipline, highlighted by Wesley Fofana's red card, is starting to become a worrying trend. If we want to be dining at Europe's top table next season, these are the games we simply have to put to bed. The Odegaard twist. Trouble in North London. In a bit of other news that has definitely caught our eye, there is some serious smoke coming out of the Emirates regarding Martin Odegaard. Reports are swirling that the Arsenal captain has been told he might need to find a new home, with some pundits suggesting he's no longer the influential force he once was following the arrival of Ebereki Eze. While some outlets claim he's instructed his agent to talk to Manchester United due to broken promises, other reports suggest he's determined to stay and fight. Either way, the instability in the Gunners' camp is something Chelsea must exploit this Sunday. A distracted captain is exactly what a visiting team wants to see. Final thoughts and your turn. The stage is set for an absolute blockbuster. We have a returning star in Dario Essugo, a point to prove after the Burnley collapse, and an Arsenal side dealing with some internal captaincy noise. This is Chelsea's chance to prove we belong back in the elite. I want to hear from you, the Blues family. Is Dario Essugo the missing piece in our midfield to finally provide the cover Moises Caicedo needs? With the top four race heating up, is this Arsenal game a must-win or a must-not-lose? What are your honest thoughts on the Rosenior era so far? Are we seeing enough progress? Drop your comments below and let's get the debate started. Building on those headlines, there is even more to unpack as we navigate this high-stakes period at Stamford Bridge. The return of Dario Assugo to the training pitches at Cobham isn't just about adding a body to the squad, it's about injecting that raw, powerhouse energy that Rosenior's tactical blueprint has been crying out for. Since his £18 million move from Sporting CP, the Portuguese starlet has been a forgotten man due to those nagging injuries, but seeing him back in the mix ahead of a London derby is the kind of timely boost that can change the atmosphere of an entire dressing room. We know he's a defensive monster in that holding role. Is he the perfect partner to finally unleash the full potential of Enzo Fernandez in a more advanced position? Turning our attention back to that Burnley stalemate, the frustration among the Chelsea faithful is palpable. We dominated the early exchanges, but the lack of a killer instinct to grab a second goal left the door wide open for Zian Fleming to play the villain. It's these lapses in concentration that keep us awake at night. The race for the Champions League is becoming a game of nerves, and with Liverpool and United breathing down our necks, we can no longer afford learning moments. Rosenior has bro. It is a pleasure to have you all here as we dive into a massive update surrounding the pride of London. We've got some explosive Ornstein bombs to unpack regarding our academy business, and a deep dive into the squad as we prepare for a gritty battle at Molineux. It's a busy time to be a Blue, so let's get right into the heart of the bridge. The Ornstein exclusive, the Rio Ngumoha Fee. Revealed David Ornstein has once again sent shockwaves through the Chelsea fan base by finally pulling back the curtain on the fee for one of Cobham's brightest ones that got away. For months, we've been speculating about the compensation for Rio Ngumoha following his controversial move to Liverpool, and the numbers are finally in. According to Ornstein, a tribunal has ordered Liverpool to pay Chelsea an initial non-negotiable fee of £2.8 million. While that might sound like pocket change in the modern market, the deal is packed with performance-related bonuses that could see the total package rise to £6.8 million. Perhaps most importantly for our long-term finances, Chelsea have secured a 20% sell-on clause on any future profit. Ngumoha is already making waves at Anfield, having become their second youngest debutant ever, and many experts believe he has a superstar ceiling. My analysis. On one hand, £6.8 million for a teenager who hadn't even signed a professional contract yet represents decent business for the academy. On the other hand, if he becomes a world beater, this will look like the bargain of the century for the Scousers. Does it frustrate you to see our elite jewels leaving the crown before they even shine at Stamford Bridge? Or do you think the 20% sell-on protects us well enough? To dive even deeper into the Ornstein exclusive, the specific breakdown of those performance-related bonuses is where things get truly interesting for the Blues' long-term financial health. According to the latest whispers, that extra £4 million is heavily contingent on Ngumoha hitting significant milestones, including making a specific number of Premier League appearances for Liverpool, signing his first professional contract extension at Anfield, and even earning his first senior cap for the Three Lions. Given that the 17-year-old has already broken into their first team setup and netted his first senior goal, those contingencies are looking more like guarantees by the day. This tribunal ruling brings an end to a bitter dispute that reportedly saw Chelsea tighten security at Cobham, even going as far as restricting Liverpool scouts' access to youth matches in retaliation. It's a clear message from the board. We won't let our elite blue blood talents walk away without a fight for every penny. Moving on to the tactical chessboard at Molineux, Liam Rosenior's selection dilemma is further complicated by the recent departure of Tyreek George, who joined Everton on loan with an option to buy just as the January window slammed shut. With George gone and Mykhailo Mudryk still serving his suspension, our depth on the flanks is paper thin. This likely forces a massive shift in responsibility onto the shoulders of Alejandro Garnacho. After a quiet night against Arsenal, we need the Argentine flame to reignite his spark and link up effectively with João Pedro, who has been our most consistent lethal weapon with 5 goals in his last 8 outings. The return of Cole Palmer and Estevão Willian isn't just a boost, it's a necessity. Rosenior has hinted that both are ready for the full 90 minutes, meaning we could see them occupying the creative cockpit of the team, pulling the strings while Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez hold the fort in a more disciplined double pivot. Behind the scenes, the pressure is mounting on the recruitment team. Fans have been vocal on social media, digging up old Ornstein quotes from 2023 about a 4-window strategy that was supposed to have us fully complete by now. Yet, here we are in early 2026, still grappling with a massive injury list and a squad that feels 1 or 2 key pieces short of a title charge. The decision to recall Mamadou Sarr from his loan at Strasbourg to provide cover at centre-back shows the club is prioritising immediate safety over long-term development right now. It's a sink or swim moment for Rosenior, who is aiming to become only the second English manager in Premier League history to win his first 4 matches in charge. Can he steer this battered ship through the Wolves' den, or will the lack of depth finally catch up to us? My analysis. The tribunal fee for Ngumoha is a small win in a losing situation. But the real test is how we manage the current squad's fitness. If Reece James isn't at 100%, I'd much rather see Malo Gusto start than risk another long-term setback for our captain. We've seen this story too many times before. What do you think? Should Rosenior play it safe with the lineup or go all out with